Hey guys, so today is August 4th of 2021 and we have another runner-up here for ready tomatoes, and it is our black cherry tomato. We're super excited to show you guys these and give you a taste test. These are my favorite cherry tomatoes and we've got several of them that are ripe. Our tomatoes are doing really well this year and we're really excited for that. They've been coming on really quick and we're just getting a lot of ripe ones early in the season. So we're gonna get these.
So this is our absolute favorite cherry tomato. I would say the Atomic Grape is really unique and cool to me, but I wouldn't label that. I'd label that more like a plum or an oblong shaped tomato. This is the Atomic Grape right there. So I wouldn't really label that, but as a yard snack goes, I think the Atomic Grape is my favorite, and the black cherry still stands out for Angel. But as the cherry style tomatoes, the reason we grew the blue cream cherry tomato this year was in order to test it up against this one. We're always trying to find contenders to go against our favorites to see what we like. The black cherry tomato is so good. We tried it several years ago as a recommendation and a gift of seeds from a friend. And ever since we started growing in our yard, we almost gave up on the cherry style tomatoes because we just don't like having smaller tomatoes in the yard. We like the big meaty diced up tomatoes and different uses for tomatoes like that. So as a yard snack, we decided to grow them, and they are so good. Our absolute favorite cherry style tomato, it's the black cherry tomato. We've seen multiple YouTubers use this or try this for the very first time and have the same reaction we have. So a really exciting tomato. There's tons on here right here for us to save seeds on, and we don't want to miss an opportunity to get seeds or do a video on one of our absolute favorites. So we'll take these inside and we'll take a closer look at them. See if I can get a good view of that. So we still got trussels upon trussels. These are the blue cream right over here. There's some more in here. Trussels upon trussels of it. So it's an indeterminate heirloom variety. So it'll continue to grow as long as you fertilize it and give it season to grow in. Yeah, not much more to say about it. Let's take it inside and show you how great this tomato is. Love you guys. We'll catch you in just a second. All right, so it looks like cherries in there, huh? Mm-hmm. So this is an excellent tomato. I'm not too sure on the history of it. I know it is an heirloom, and I know it's an indeterminate plant. I'm super excited to get so many. Growing so close to the blue cream cherry and the Atomic Grape, it could be that it hit a cross of some sort on one or two of these, and we plan on saving seeds on all of them. So some of them will come out true to type. Usually when we save seeds, we're not too worried about some crossing. We can identify the plant when we grow it the next season, and that's usually when we grow the seeds from the year previous, and then we get a chance to take a look and see if any of them were crossed or if some of them in there were true to type and whatnot. But we should get quite a few seeds off of these little tomatoes here, but super excited to try it out. So like I was saying, I'm not quite sure on the history or where they're from. I would assume heaven, but it's hard to tell. This is an excellent. We try not to recommend growing. I would recommend anything we grow, even if we do a bad job on it. If it's something that intrigues you and you find interesting, find seeds for it, try to grow it. Even if it's a bad grow, at least you had a chance to take a look at it. A lot of these, sometimes we won't regrow. Like this one is one that I think has to make it into our yard every year now, unless there's something that stands up to it, which I don't think there will be. And even if there was, I think we would keep it in the yard. But this is, out of all the cherry style tomatoes, even above the Atomic Grape, even above the blue cream. We've tried lots of different smaller snack style tomatoes. This one right here has a very unique, good flavor. I would say it's almost a sweet, smoky flavor. Really rich and sweet and smoky. Almost like a cherry tomato version of a Cherokee Purple with a little more pop in it. But Angel, go ahead and give some of these a try.
I'm gonna cut one open just so you can see what the inside looks like. Ooh, it's juicy. And there's the inside. So it does have like a greenish gel to it on the inside. But these are, when they're really dark, like this, if you can pick it up, that's when they're ripe and juicy. My favorite time to eat them also. So we're going to give this a taste.
Still the best?
It is still the best. It is sweet. It does have a little bit of that cherry tomato pucker. Very sweet. It's my favorite cherry tomato. Tomato. I can't talk. It is so yummy. I definitely recommend anybody who's not tried this or grown it to give it a shot. You may or may not like it, but this is one of my favorites, and I don't know of anyone who's ever grown it or tasted it that didn't like it.
Angel likes hers a little overripe, and I'm not quite sure why it is. I like mine a little under. I like it actually ripe and on. I don't want a green tomato or one that has too much green, but I like when it barely starts to ripen. It keeps everything firm, almost has a little bit of green tomato taste. There's a specific chemical that's in tomatoes, and I can't remember what it's called, and it gives tomatoes a smoky flavor, but it's only there when they're green. So when the tomato ripens, it's really that chemical dissipates, and it's really hard to find a tomato that's ripe that has the smoky flavor. One good example would be the Cherokee purple tomato. The black crim's kind of got a smoky flavor. A lot of the purple types, the Paul Robeson is one that we're trying in our yard this year, and it looks like we'll be able to give a test later on too. It's supposed to be smoky flavored. So very rarely, other than mostly purple or brown or chocolate colored tomatoes, do they retain that smoky flavor. And that's one of the things I like about the Cherokee purple and the black cherry, is a slight smoky flavor in it already. But if you get them a little bit underdone, not only does the tomato still feel a little bit firm, that one's maybe a little, that one's got a green streak right through it. But maybe it'll have a little bit of that smokier flavor into it. And with the Atomic Grape, I like it under because it tastes plum-like, but I'll cut this one this way. Yeah, so you can see this one's actually overripe. That green is not an indicator of it being under. You'll see the green in the actual skin that's there. That one's still a little under too. I'm going to try this one right here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this is a yard snack for us. We don't really use these for salsa, sauces, anything major like that. An indeterminate cherry style tomato will usually produce hordes and hordes of tomatoes. Just little tomatoes to snack on. They'd be great in salads and all sorts of things. My absolute favorite use of them, though, is just to pull them right off the vine and eat them right there.
Yep, that's the best, and they're warm when you do that too. So
I'll eat this one too. These ones are a little bit underdone for seed saving. That one's got a lot of red in it.
But super yummy cherry tomato. We're going to go ahead and get the seeds saved from these and then munch on the rest of it. I suggest and recommend trying it if you haven't. Really delicious cherry tomato. Really great snack.
This one might sit up in the top 5 or my top 10 of just overall tomatoes. Even being a cherry tomato with very little usage outside of snacking, it still is a contender for the overall tomato. And when we try to rate tomatoes, or we pick our favorites, or we think about tomatoes, there's so many different variations. We kind of rely on the strength of the plant, the flavor of the tomato, the versatility of the tomato, the amount of ways you can use it, the kind of dishes, just, I mean, so many different things about, you know what I mean, each tomato that are like that. And this one right here would easily land high up in the top 10, so probably in the top 5 maybe. maybe. There's a lot of good tomatoes out there. But as far as a cherry tomato, this isn't just a recommend. This is something that I think that if most people haven't tried and they were to give a try, they would probably want to grow this one permanently like we have. So far, this is our favorite cherry tomato, and we've both had the blue cream cherry. I think I'll put a versus up video later on in the season between the blue cream and this one right here is the battle for the yard for the cherry tomato, but I could tell you right now, this hands down, this one's destroying the blue cream in flavor. So,
all right.
We love you guys. I'll take you outside for one last quick little glimpse, and we'll catch you in a second.
Thanks for watching.
All right, so it is August 4th of 2021, and we just showed the black cherry tomato. We were having bad weather all through July. This is our 6th tomato video, and we've done 1 pepper video so far, but I promise the peppers are kicking butt over here, so we're probably going to end up being able to do more pepper testing videos than tomato testing videos this year. But I think that the weather is really smoothed out for us, and it's really helped all of our plants just kind of come on their own. I think the hard rains and the cooler temps maybe slowed the peppers down a lot more than it did the tomatoes. So our tomatoes are coming in first this year, but I'm not sure how good of video I can get on this, but there's all over the place. It weaves clear out to here, and out of this bin that we grew out of right here, we put some holes in the side just a little way up on it. And this is a black cherry tomato, and an atomic grape one. So they are growing close together. They're even growing close to the blue cream. But these 2 outside ones right here are the black cherry. It runs all the way down. If you've ever grown indeterminates, you know how crazy and viney they can get. You have to really kind of cut them back if you want the tomatoes to do well as soon as they start flourishing too much, making sure that they get good light saturation. So I know some people don't like growing cherry tomatoes, and I can completely understand that part of it. I think if we were to grow a production yard more than anything else, look at all these, we would end up, those are blue cream cherry actually right there and right there, but back in there there's some more. They're really hard to see. But and if you've also grown a cherry style tomato, you know how those plants can get crazy. They're usually this is a medium-sized tomato, the Paul Robeson. The trunk's a little bit thicker. You can see that right from the scratch coming out, they're viney. We cut up. I probably need to trim this down a little bit more so that we can get good airflow. I have to trim the entire plants. It's not looking good right now, but I trim everything out for good light saturation and airflow to help the plants from getting diseases. Yeah, this is an excellent cherry style tomato. So if anybody hasn't tried it, I would highly recommend giving it a try, and it'll probably make it into your yard near permanent. If you're not into cherry tomatoes and stuff like that, just maybe give this one try, because we were about ready to quit on cherry tomatoes until this one came through. So the black cherry tomato, August 4th of 2021. We love you guys, and our 6th tomato tester video. We love you guys. We'll catch you again soon. Thanks for watching. You put those in your burrito? Mm-hmm. Extra chunks. Extra chunks. These are so good.